Good evening and welcome, distinguished guests and fellow Toastmasters. My name is Philip Kao, current club president of Advanced Debaters. You can find us on www.adtm.club. And we are a public speaking and debate Toastmasters club based out of New York City, but we are hosting and serving members from all over the world. Joining me today is our new member, Pam Gibbs. What's up, Pam?
Hey,
Pam.
glad to be here.
Yeah, Pam was cool enough to help me out. So basically, we have debates, right? And the first question is, so what are we going to debate about? And coming up on February, it's the the fourth Tuesday of February, which is February 23rd. We have Lisa Andrews teaming up with Rafael Valle versus Smells Like Team Spirit, which is Maura Martin and William Saley. So it's a 2 versus 2 debate. They're in our tournament, and right now there's 4 of them, and they have a plethora of topics that they want to debate about, but they just can't decide on debating. So as a club, as an organizer, as an officer of our club, this is what we do to determine which topic that they're going to debate about and which side they're going to take. So I have Pam here, thankfully, and she's going to simulate Team A. Pam's Team A. I'm Team B. Okay. So you cool with that, Pam?
Yeah, I can't see your screen.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna share it in just 2 seconds. So the way it works is that we're following the IPA process. So basically, we're going to do a coin toss, and then from the coin toss, the winner will choose either negative or affirmative, and then the negative will strike out first of the topics that they have submitted. And when it comes down to the last 2 topics, affirmative decides which topic they will be debating about by crossing out the last one. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Say, share screen. You ready, Pam?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So we got a quarter from New Jersey. Okay. All right. So we're using random.org. This is for the coin toss thing. I'm going to let Pam go first. Pam, heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails. All right. You ready? So
Yep.
Pam is tails. I'm heads. So let's see what happens. Did that even work?
Okay. Yeah, it did. It works. It totally works. I did not win.
Okay, so Pam didn't win. So I'm heads. So I won. So I'm going to decide to be negative. So with negative, I am more of a counter debater. I'm going to counter the affirmative side. The affirmative has the burden of proof. But in this case here, you're going to see that this is not the case for all of our debates. But chances are, if she's affirmative, she's going to have the burden of proof. She's going to have to try to prove the topic positive, whereas I'm going to counter and say, no, it's not, or I'm going to provide a better solution to the problem, right? So let's go to the topics. This is what's actually going on February 23rd. So again, same 4 people, Lisa, Moira, Raphael, William. These are their topics that they submitted. And you can see that there is one topic from us. And Pam, let me know if you don't see what I'm talking about, okay?
Okay.
Yep. So, and the reason why is that we want the number of topics to be odd. So when affirmative gets the last pick, they have 2 to choose from. And then 1 is going to be left over for both teams to debate about. Okay, does that make sense, Pam?
What? Why does something have to be odd?
Yeah. So like if it was like an even number of topics, we're not going to have any topics left after we cross out.
Oh.
Make sense? All right, we'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm negative, right? So I'm gonna strike out first. So basically, for me as negative, I'm gonna strike out the topic that I don't want to argue about that may be challenging for me as negative, for me to say no to, right? So I've seen one down here. So for me as negative, I'm gonna cross out elected officials should be held accountable for their performance while in office. So why am I going to cancel that one first in particular for me is because that most people believe that elected officials should be held accountable, right? So for me to argue against that will be like damn near impossible. So it's gonna be very challenging for me. So I don't want to get caught up in and lose. So I'm gonna definitely strike that out. Okay. So once I strike that
Okay.
out, so then Pam will go. So she's affirmative. So she's gonna cross out a topic that she doesn't want as affirmative. So let me know, Pam. Let me minimize this. If you need me to scroll down, let me know, okay?
Okay. Something I don't want affirmative.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. And let's just say inventors create more serious problems than they solve.
So inventors create more serious problems than they solve.
Yeah, I don't want that.
That's loaded, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so Pam's gonna cross that out. Cool. All right, so I'll go. So I'll just go straight to Lisa's topic submittal, which is children under 10 years should not take vaccines. I don't want to particularly do the research for that because it's so controversial. So that's my personal take on it. So for me, I'll just don't want to talk about that. So I'll cross that one out. That makes sense. Okay. So you go ahead, Pam.
Okay. Let's see. President Biden should, what's that? Order. I don't want to get political right now. I don't feel like it. So please cross that out for me.
Cool. All right. So you heard it from Pam herself. She doesn't want to get political. Same thing with me. I don't want to get scientific per se at the moment. Um, so she's gonna strike that out. So that's fine. Um, let me just go over some polls. Okay, so let me go over some things about the topics themselves. So in our club, we define topics as either one of three. It's either going to be abstract or an opinion. Abstract is basically like Spider-Man versus Batman, day versus night, books versus movies, and in this case, comedy versus horror. Um, so we've had problems in the past with people that have an interpretation of this. So what I am going to suggest and moving forward as a club is that if it's an opinion-based abstract debate that is more of an opinion and can't be proven factually, absolutely, I'm going to have us consider and move forward as a group by arguing for both sides. That way, no, not one team or one person has to have the burden of proof for something that they can't really prove. And that way, the other team, the other side, can't just be like, well, you can't prove it anyway. And I don't need to argue about anything because at the end of the day, you can't prove it. So we want to get away from that kind of strategy. That's more like a fact-based strategy where facts can be proven. So in an opinion-based debate, we want to have both teams argue bilaterally, which means that the burden of proof is for both sides. So for example, I'm negative. I like comedy movies versus horror movies. So for me, I'm gonna choose horror because I did win the coin toss, and then Pam will have to go with comedy, and then we'll both argue that our genre is better than the other. Does that make sense, Pam?
Yeah, I'm affirmative because of the coin toss. And
Right,
yeah,
right.
all right.
So what we'll do, this is a little more deep, is that we're not sure what does the crowd think as far as comedy versus horror, and we'll do a poll in the beginning to find out how many people in the audience are like horror versus how many people in the audience likes comedy more, and the the genre that has less likes naturally has the burden of proof, right? Because everyone in the audience doesn't agree with you. So that way you know that you'll be starting first and ending last. So that's a little more technical, but just wanted to explain that. So I am not going to strike this one out as of yet. I want to hold on to it, see if it's going to survive later. Pam might come right behind me and cross it out. So, but in the meantime, I want to pick for something else that I'm not particularly, interested in. So let's see. All right. So Moira had a topic, uh, leaving health research to a laissez-faire economic system will mean that the search for cures for rare diseases will be negligible. That's a lot going on there, many elements. Maybe that we might have to refine this resolution. But in the meantime, just for exercise sake, I'm just going to cross it out. It seems very complicated for me, so I'm just not going to want to do that much research right now. Okay, so Pam, your turn.
Okay. Um, it's hard for children to have gay parents. That I don't want to do that.
Okay, she doesn't want to do that. That's cool. So this one is, I mean, I classified it as an abstract opinion. Um, some could argue that it's a fact. That's cool if you want to go from the factual angle. But just for this exercise, I thought it was probably more of an abstract opinion that could be argued for both sides. That one side could say, yes, it is hard for children to have gay parents, and the other side can say, no, it's very easy. What's the difference, right? But Pam's case is like, well, she doesn't want to argue about it, so that's fine. I'm going to cross that out. Cool. All right, so I'm going to go. Hmm.
Hmm.
All right. So let's say married people are happier than singles. Uh, I'm gonna cross that out because I've heard that arguing a couple of times already. It's a fun argument, fun debate, but I just want to hear something new. So I'll just cross that out. All right. How about you, Bam?
Okay. Homeschooled children lack social skills.
Home homeschool children lack social skills. Okay. Any particular reason if you want to share with the audience?
I don't have kids. I don't really don't really care about the topic. People can do
Okay.
whatever
Right.
they want.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So Pam brought up a good point. If you're going to spend time researching for a debate, unless you like to research for the sake of researching, you want to pick a topic that you're interested in, and the more interested you are in the topic, the less it feels like work, and the more it feels like fun. So that's a good point that Pam brought up. So we'll cross that out. So it's my turn now, and let's see. Let's go with electric cars are not ready to replace gasoline cars in the near future. Gets very factual and it takes a while. So our debates right now for our club is about a little over a half hour, maybe under 40 minutes. I would like for people to debate this. I actually think it's very interesting, especially in my line of work. I just think that if we are going to do this one, you might need an hour. which is another discussion all on its own. So, but for now, just for exercise sake, I'll just cross this out. So, yep. And let's see how many got left. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. 1, 2. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Okay. Go ahead, Pam.
Okay. Homeschooling keeps children safe.
Okay. Homeschooling keeps children safe. Okay. Yep. So that's, I guess it's like minded, right? Like you don't have any children. It's not interesting to you at the moment. So she's gonna cross it out. Pretty sure, right?
Right?
Okay. So she's gonna cross that out, and we got about 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 left. Okay. So I'm gonna be the last one as negative. This is my last negative strikeout, and then Pam's gonna have 2 topics left over. And since she's affirmative, she's gonna actually decide which one we're gonna debate because she has 2 left. She's gonna strike out the one that she doesn't want to talk about, and then the one that's left over, that's what we're going to be debating, right? Make sense, Pam?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So let's see. I think Pam would not like to debate this one.
I mean, Bill Gates and Elon Musk did a lot.
Oh, you would? Okay, I'll leave that open. All right. So let's.
No,
Okay, let's do this one.
no, no. You know who? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, listen, guys, you can negotiate with your team, your opponents. Don't feel like it's just siloed where I don't want to talk to them. They
I
don't
think
want.
that was too easy. The Bill
It's
Gates
actually too
versus
easy.
Elon Musk.
Okay. Okay. But let me get the last choice to strike out. I'm thinking between, I don't know. Let's see here. I mean, bullies should be expelled from school. I'm negative. It's gonna be really hard for me. I know I got to put on a show and all that. It's gonna be hard for me, I think, to kind of say that they shouldn't be expelled, but at the same time, here's the thing: it's a policy debate, and this is also interesting. Policy debate. The negative team has 2 choices. They can say that the affirmative's policy, which is to expel bullies from school, is a bad idea. Totally bad. Don't even do it. Don't even go there. Or I can say, okay, yeah, I like the idea, but I have a better way to do it than affirmative does. So I have 2 ways, 2 strategies to go on, right? Um, so if I decided to argue that I have a better way to do it on how to expel them, the judges will have to hear Pam's side of it on how to do it. They're going to have to hear my side on how to do it. And then they're going to compare between 2 policies and pick which one is better. Make sense, Pam?
You cut out a little bit
Oh,
on the
sorry.
audio on my side, but
Oh, okay. So,
it's
yeah. Okay. So let me just repeat myself. Sorry about that. So, for those that are listening or just missed out what I said, it's a policy debate. So, the resolution is bullies should be expelled from schools. So, since it's a policy debate, the unique thing about this one is that me as negative, I can argue that it's a terrible idea to expel bullies from school, or I can have another strategy, which is to go head to head with affirmative and say, you know what, I think you're right, but I think I have a better way to do it. So the judges, if I decide to go with a counter plan, will have to hear 2 strategies on how to expel bullies from school and why. So they'll hear Pam's strategy and they'll hear my strategy. And then from there, they can decide which strategy is better or policy rather. Or I can just keep it simple for me and just say, you know what, it's a bad idea. Don't do it at all. Right? Does that make sense, Pam?
yeah, it
Okay.
does.
All right. So, but I will, yeah, I'll cross this one out. So we got 2 left. So this is going back to Pam. She's affirmative and she has the final choice. So you got 2 choices, Pam.
Oh, okay. I get to pick which one I want to debate as a
Yeah. So
positive affirmative
you got this
side.
one, let me just highlight this for a moment. And let me highlight this one for a moment.
Bill Gates versus Elon Musk. I'd pick that one.
All right, cool. So she picks this one, which means she'll strike out this one. The funny part is that they're both abstract opinion debates and they must be argued bilaterally. So she's crossing out the comedy versus horror. Let's cross that guy out. And yep, so you get to pick between, sorry, well, you're negative. So this is gonna be kind of weird. All right, so do you want to pick Bill Gates or Elon Musk?
Hmm. Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. Okay. So for Pam, she's gonna say Bill Gates has contributed more to human progress than Elon Musk, right, Pam?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm Elon Musk. That's what we agreed on. And I'm going to say Elon Musk has contributed more to human progress than Bill Gates. Okay. Um, so she has Bill Gates. I'm going to represent Elon Musk. When on the day of the debate,
Oh no.
what's up? What's up, Pam?
I didn't hear any of that.
You didn't hear anything?
No, it cut out again.
Oh, when did I cut out?
After you said Elon Musk.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so Pam picked Bill Gates. So she's going to defend that Bill Gates has contributed more to human progress than Elon Musk, as shown here on the screen, right? I'm Elon Musk. I'm representing Elon Musk. So I'm going to say that Elon Musk has contributed more to human progress than Bill Gates. So she's representing Bill. I'm representing Elon. Can you hear me, Pam?
Yes.
Okay. So on the evening of the debate, we don't know which team is going to go first. And like we said, the team that has the burden of proof goes first and finishes the debate. And that's because the audience is in direct opposition of what they're representing. So, for example, we're gonna have a poll in the beginning. It's a opinion poll. Which billionaire is more successful, Bill Gates or Elon Musk? And if the audience says Bill Gates is more successful, I'm gonna go first because I'm representing Elon Musk. I'm going to say that Elon Musk has contributed more to human progress. So I'm going to go first since I have the burden of proof naturally because less people are on my side. And then I'm going to have the last say as well because I have to convince more people than less that Elon Musk is more successful. Does that make sense, Pam?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
You sure?
Okay, so whoever is not whatever, it depends on the ballot,
Right.
is what you're saying.
Yeah, it depends on the popularity of Bill Gates or Elon Musk. So like if everybody in the audience agrees that Elon Musk is more successful, then you will go first because you have the burden of proof. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Okay. And the same way the other way around. If more people felt that Bill Gates is more successful, I'm the one that has the burden of proof, right? Because I have to try to prove my case in front of more people that disagree with me. So I'm gonna go first, right? And but going back to the concept with abstract opinion debates, in our club's history, these are very, very popular, opinion debates. It's a lot more fun. It's like, Michael Jordan versus Kobe Bryant, um, sailing versus flying, things like that that people want to come and enjoy and have a good fun debate. They're very popular. So in the past, we weren't sure we didn't know how to tackle them. We didn't know how to, conduct it in a way where it's fun for both sides. Before we used to have it where only one side would try to convince the audience and then the other side can say, well, you can't prove it, so by default you should lose. So we don't want to do that anymore unless it's a
Mm.
fact-based debate. So we want both sides to go at it with each other. So that's why we have, Bill Gates versus Elon Musk, right? So that's pretty much it. Any questions, Pam?
Um, how long is this going to take for everyone to do?
It shouldn't take too long. Well, I told Lisa, Moira, Raphael, and William just to have 2 per. I just added all these topics because that's what they gave me over the email. But they're going to be doing it tomorrow. Everybody go to our website www.adtm.club. We have a debate tomorrow, and then after the debate, these 4 are going to decide these topics here that we just went over, and should take maybe 15 minutes. I mean, it took a long time because I had to explain everything. But once people start getting it, we're just going to move faster and faster. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Okay.
it does.
All right. All right. Well, so thank you so much, everybody, for checking out our video. This is going to be used for training for our future officers and any other member that comes and joins our club. They can understand how to choose topics. If you have any questions, let me know. ADTMclub@gmail.com, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.